Good morning. So, today's morning message is more about judgment and vocabulary. I was thinking about this yesterday. How failure isn't an option. I don't have the term really in my vocabulary. Like, yes, I can say the word, but it really means nothing to me. Failure isn't an option. Neither is losing. Losing isn't an option either. Because did you lose something, or did you actually gain more? Was it a good trade-off? You make trade-offs all the time. Every time you choose entertainment over something that you actually want to do, like your goals, you're saying that entertainment is more important than your goals. So, what are you labeling? What are you judging? You only lose, you only fail when you give up. Try again. Failure is only in the mind, but if you never accept defeat and keep fucking going, winning is inevitable. Success is assured. And instead of having that mindset of, I don't know what to do, stop focusing on the problem, not knowing what to do, and search for a solution. If you want to search for a solution, I know I like the affirmation, solutions for this situation will find me. Great affirmation. I will be like, okay, I noticed the problem. Solve the problem for me, or give me the solution. And I'll just pivot. I'll go somewhere else. I'll do something else. I'll focus on something else while that is being realigned and solved. Solutions to your problem are always available. So don't accept defeat. It's a mindset. It really is a mindset. When you start to notice how you're labeling and judging your circumstances and reality, you'll start to notice your perception, your mindset labeling things that you are perceiving, and how that is actually affecting your life. Because if you're labeling something as, oh, I failed at this, instead of, oh, I'm getting better at this, that makes all the difference. Why would you stop doing something that you're getting better at? Why would you stop something when you're already damn near successful at it, you know? Why would you stop? Why would you give up? I don't even give up on the shit that I don't make money with. I was drawing over the weekend, and I love drawing. Not great at it. It's not like the God-given gift for me, right? And I'm a perfectionist when it comes to it, because if you have like one eye crooked, it ends up being a lopsided. So it really brings out like the perfectionism in me. I'm not good at it, but I do get better at it. I do what I need to do to make it better. I don't make the eyes lopsided. I put my own twist on it. I be creative with it. So whatever circumstance in your life that you have going on right now, play with it. Play with it. What can you do? If you have no idea what to do, the solutions can find you. But if you're so stressed out about it, then just brainstorm solutions. And if you don't like any, then pivot your focus. Okay, I'm going over here. That'll either resolve on itself or a solution will find me. Never accept defeat. Never accept failure. Never accept that you lost, because you don't lose. You gain. Nothing is ever lost. You are gaining experience. You're gaining the wisdom. You're gaining what you need in order to move forward. But a lot of people stop because they are perceiving it as failure. They're perceiving it as losing. They're not perceiving it as getting better. They're judging their reality, they're judging their circumstances, and they're putting a negative label on it instead of a positive. Or it doesn't even have to be a really like positive fucking label that you put on it. But I feel like it's better to label, there's a certain word that I'm looking for in my mind. I feel like it's better to label experiences as positive, as good, because if you really think about it, everything that you've been through, you can learn from. You can use that experience. That's why everyone loves like the rags to riches story. That's why everyone loves like the shitty past to fucking success story. A lot of people do have some shit in their past. I know I do. That's why I'm very fucked up and I'm perfectly fine with that. I don't give a flying fuck. It was beaten out of me such a long time ago. But instead of being depressed about like having a shitty childhood and being abused and all of that, I made it work for me. It actually gave me strength. It actually allowed me to see how strong I am. It actually gave me resilience. That's why a lot of things don't feel hard to me. And it also gave me the ability to detach whenever I want to. I was talking to my cousin yesterday, and if you don't know, my cousin is also like my best friend. So I was talking to her yesterday. I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna shut off my mind and go ahead and do it. And she was like, damn, bitch, I wish I had that. And I was like, yeah. Just turn your mind off and do it. Like the just do it. Yeah, shut that shit off. Shut your mind off. Put one foot in front of the other if you have to. Do what you gotta do. I'm not gonna argue with myself. I'm not gonna, I don't know, fight my emotions. I'm not gonna have that internal battle whenever I'm called to do something, even though logically I don't necessarily agree with it or want, like, think that I want the outcome, because us humans think that we know better than what God can give us. So whenever I'm being guided to do something, I do it. I jump to it. Okay, but yesterday I was just like, all right, well, I'm gonna have to shut off my mind to do this one, and that's okay. Like, to me, that's perfectly fine. So to me, that's fine with me. Like, this is my life. I made the rules for my life. That's okay with me. Like, I have to live with me at the end of the day. So as long as it's fine with me, me and me are good. Me and my team, like my angels and guides, we're good. Like, I do live by God's rules, and even if something shows up in my life, the life is throwing me a curveball, I've had some hit me straight in the face, right? But you get better at it. You learn to play with it. You learn to not have any negative reaction to it. Because if God is trying to teach you something and throws like a lesson your way, that curveball, why would you get mad? If you let the ball hit you in the face, why would you, why are you labeling that as a failure? Maybe it gave you a wake-up call. Maybe you were falling asleep during the game. You're here to take action too. You're here to be a part of life. You were sleeping, it hit you in the face. Sometimes you get distracted, hits you in the face. You gotta stay focused. But why would you be mad at God? Why would you be mad at the world? Why would you be mad at, like, the universe? And why would you be mad when it's for you? It does hurt you a little bit, getting hit in the face. I don't know if you've ever got hit in the face, but it does. It don't feel fantastic. You can accept everything that comes your way as a good thing, as a gift from God that's trying to show you something. Surrender to knowing that God does have your back, that your angels do have your back, that you are being guided, that you are very loved, and that your life does matter. You have gifts only you have that make you very unique. And the skills that you have acquired and that you can build on and that you can work with, you have something that's tailor-made just for you to do. Your purpose, your mission in life. And God wants you to follow that. God wants you to be on that. God wants you to focus on that. Stop being upset when God's just trying to guide you to what would actually make you happy, instead of being upset about the lessons that he's trying to give you. Sometimes you gotta do gentle parenting, sometimes you gotta do some tough love. God is such an ancient consciousness. I don't pretend like I know everything. And I'm okay with that. I'm perfectly happy with not knowing everything. I would love to know everything. But also, there's a lot of things that I know that I wish I didn't know. So, taking that into account, I'm good. Just let me know what I need to do for my path, okay? And that's the question that you need to ask. Like, just let me know what I need to do for my path. What would you like me to do? How can I make this world better? What is my part in the divine plan of things? What are we doing? Like, yes, I'm gonna take the action, but Lily, let me know. Let me know what we're doing. And after you actually embody that mindset, how can you ever see anything as failure? God just wants you to fail your whole life? No. God does want you to learn. God does want you to become better. God wants a relationship with you. God wants to see you full of life and full of love. God wants to see you at your best. But he's very, I say he, but old habit. Because God is not a he, God is not a man form, but God does want you to, God does understand when you aren't at your best, and God does try to guide you. And it's okay not to be at your best. It's still a learning experience. How can I make this day better? How can I make this moment better? Do I want to feel depressed right now, or do I want to feel better? And if you just want to feel depressed, then allow it. Okay, feeling depressed. Show me what I can do about it. And listen. Observe. Your angels and God, even your ancestors, are always trying to communicate with you. Not always, they do leave you alone sometimes, but they do love to communicate with you. I can't really say they leave you alone all the time, but sometimes they're just quiet. They're there, but they're not saying nothing. It's kind of that, like, it's not an awkward moment, but like when you both like look at each other like, are you gonna say something? And they're like, are you gonna say something? I guess not. Okay, I'm gonna go do stuff. And that's what this channel is all about. I'm giving you spiritual insight with practical steps and practical advice, so you can show up in your reality, show up in your world at peace. Having the mindset that gives you peace. Having the mindset that gives you everything that you desire. Failure is not an option, so you're just learning. You're not losing, you're gaining. You just keep putting the reps in. You keep gaining more and more experience. You keep gaining more knowledge. You keep gaining more light and codes. You're restructuring your entire system the more you evolve. I just heard the more you're involved. And I was like, okay. I'll take note of that. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being. Thank you for being. That Nirvana song, Come As You Are, just popped into my head. You're amazing, as you are. Grow. Don't slow. Evolve. Be involved. Allow more consciousness, more light, and more energy to seep through your thoughts. Try to stop thinking. You don't really try to do anything. You do or you don't do, but that's a whole nother thing. Don't let your thoughts get the best of you. Tell them, I don't know. I don't care. On to the next thing, thoughts. Sure, there's an adjustment period, but it's for you. It's nothing for you to get mad about, or upset about, or depressed about. So thank you for being. And if you need more help, I do have a free growth guide and free magical shifting worlds timelines guide with the observer effect and what you're perceiving in reality. The growth guide is for patterns. It's absolutely free. I don't ask for your email or anything like that. I'm watching the fishies and there's a koi pond on my TV if you can't see it in the reflection. With the waterfall. Because it's dark outside, I can't see shit out the window. But I do want you to enjoy life, and I do want you to grow. I want that for you. I want you to have a connection with God in your spirit team. I want that for you. I want you to be at peace and live happily. Not happily ever after in the future, but happily ever after, today. So what will it take for that to happen for you? Thank you for being here. Have a great day.